Hey, how's it going, guys? So the Graze and its many variants were some of my favorite kits from the HGIBO Blood Orphans line, so I'm very happy to take a look at the new one here today. The Cyclase version of the Schwalbe Graze here has an awesome color scheme, very cool design aspects, and again, it's the Graze that we all know and love from the line, just with the new look. So what's not to love? Let's go ahead and check it out in today's review. Alright guys, so we'll start off taking a quick look around the box and its contents, but just very cool box art here with this one. I'm so glad to see a new version of the Graze here for our new latest HGIBO kit release. Like always, we have a very nice detailed illustration here for the box art with all of the effects, and the weathering there on the suit does all look very cool. On the side of the box, you can see this is number 44 in the lineup. On the bottom of the box, we got some information here about its posability, articulation, weapons, gimmicks, everything like that. The head opens up, there's a look at the back side of it with all the thrusters and everything. All the details there look really cool. And then it's different weapons, of course. And on the top of the box, a look at what the mobile suit looks like just front and back, all painted up. There's an illustration of it over there. Some information about some other kits in the line, other versions of the Graze, of course, the original, and then the Schwalbe Graze, McGillis's Schwalbe Graze, I should say. Of the many different versions of the Graze, the Schwalbe Graze was probably my least favorite among them. But this new version does look very cool. So the manual is going to be pretty typical there with the box art on the top, on the bottom illustration of the mobile suit, and the pilot there with some information in Japanese and in English about both. The backside having some more information and images here of the different gimmicks of the kit, the thruster units, the shield, the handguns, and the cockpit system and tactics, all of that stuff. The lineup, the color guide is down here as well. We've got our parts list right here on the inside with plenty of X's there of some leftover parts from the Schwalbe Graze, it looks like. Most of the manual here is just going to be in black and white for the construction, except for the last couple pages we do have some color, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the runners. Starting off with the foil sticker sheet, you got a few on there, mostly for the striping bits and little color corrections and all that, for the eye of course, so not too bad. You got the very familiar PC002 for our polycaps here in gray. The A runner here in a very nice brown color for some of the armor pieces. Same thing here for runner B, a few more pieces in brown. Runner C is a couple pieces here in a light gray. Runners D1 and D2 are going to be all of our inner frame parts in a very nice and pretty unique tan color, which I very much like. Runner E is going to be in this maroon color, which is the main color of our armor for the kit. And runner F here would appear to be all of our new parts for the kit. So we got some pieces down here in a dark bluish gray, some more of that maroon color, some more of that light gray over here, and then some more of that inner frame tan color up at the top. Alright guys, here's the kit all built out. Of course, it's still got that same familiar Graze flavor that we all know and love, but it does have a lot of really cool new aspects to it with that white striping on there. Just the color scheme overall is very cool, very unique color scheme. It's not often we see a color scheme quite like this. And it's just my opinion, but this is definitely the best looking Schwalbe Graze that we've had out so far. So let's go ahead and check it out because it's got some pretty unique weapons here as well. But first we do have the standard Graze rifle here in just a light gray color, same as the frame, and the axe. The axe looks fine, the rifle all being in this very light gray color. I will say it looks a bit odd, but I do really love the design of this, so it's nice to see this one back again. The new weapons we've got here is going to be a pair of handguns. Now they're the same, one's for the left side, one's for the right side, but they're not asymmetrical. They're just the same here, and I do like the color separation on these, how you have the blade part which is in a separate color. It's not in a metallic color, maybe some people might prefer that, it's just in a lighter gray color compared to this like darker bluish gray there for the main body of the gun. But yeah, very cool, unique design here for this. And to equip this, you're just going to pop it down into the hand like that, easy enough, and then this bottom part attaches into the back of the wrist there for some extra support, just like that. And I always like mobile suits, Gundams, or whatever that have weapons, especially rifles or pistols, whatever, something like this, that attaches onto the arm as well, rather than just the hand, because it always just seems like much more stable, much more sort of realistic, I guess, in a way, rather than having to rely simply on a wrist joint to be able to hold what is, you know, in reality a pretty large weapon. Having it attach onto the arm as well just kind of seems like it makes a little bit more sense. And even though this is technically called a handgun, it is still quite large. But as for the kit itself, all the articulation is going to be standard like we've seen with many Graze kits now at this point. The stickers as well, you've got stickers for the eyes up in there, well, for the visor I guess I should say, but you do have a sticker for the eye inside the head. If we open open that up, right in there you've got a sticker for that as well. And yellow stickers for these parts here at the front and at the back. All the yellow that you see is all just stickers on there. Stickers for these verniers on the front and back of the shoulders here and there. These white striping bits are obviously going to be stickers there as well. So I mean, you've got a few, but ultimately it's all parts that would be pretty easy to just paint in yourself if you didn't want to opt for using the stickers. So other than that, there's not really any other color correcting stickers on this. You will have a seam line. One of the only notable seam lines really on this kit is going to be here on the side of the leg. That's also a pretty easy one to get rid of if you want to get rid of that for painting. The new backpack parts are pretty cool, as you can just move these around in different ways. You can also rotate the angle of the thrusters on there as well. On all three of these, they're basically all the same, just the connection slightly different. But other than that, guys, not going to be too much else really new or noteworthy particularly about this kit. It's just another awesome version of the Graze. And if you guys have never built one of the HG Iron Blood Orphans Graze kits and of its many variants out there, I can highly recommend them for you guys, from the very first one we got out in the line up until this one being the most recent release, probably going to be the most easy one to get your hands on. But any of the HG Iron Blood Orphans Graze variants are really awesome. I've really enjoyed all of them. It's a very cool design, and this new version, from the new weapons, the new colors, and just the new design elements of the mobile suit, I think all work really well. So it's definitely a really good one for the collection. Even if you do maybe have a few Graze kits already and you're thinking, I don't know if I really want another one, I would say this is one you can pick up for pretty cheap. For one, most of the HG Iron Blood Orphans kits are usually pretty cheap, which is really nice about them. One downside to the line, which definitely continues with this kit unfortunately, is that they do tend to be a little bit loosey-goosey when you're trying to pose them and stuff. They're kind of a little bit floppy, just the joints of them, just because they are so nicely articulated. The downside of that is that they tend to be a little bit loose sometimes in certain areas. It's definitely not something that I think you should dissuade you from buying the kit. I think you should definitely check it out, and it's very easy to just, if you have a loose joint here or there, pretty easy to just tighten that up if you need. Ultimately, I'm not really doing anything to tighten them up at this point, and if you're planning on painting the kit, that should do plenty to tighten the kit up as much as you need. But I gotta say, I never imagined that the HG Iron Blood Orphans line would still be going on, but you know, we're still getting releases and they're still pretty awesome, so I really enjoy them. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. What do you think about this new version of the Graze? And of course, if you guys are wanting to check out this kit or other HG kits in general, anything else from Bandai, you can check it out USA Gundam Store. The link will be down in the video description below. As always, you can check that out. Thank you guys so much for the support, checking out the video. If you'd also like to like and or subscribe, that would also be greatly appreciated. But until next time, hope you're all having a great day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye guys.